any other sector under their belt. Microsoft and Sony are not solely gaming companies. Please remember that. Sony has they're a huge electronics giant, although they're not as big as they used to be, but they're coming back up. They were near bankruptcy, if you didn't know, but they're coming back up from that. Actually, I just bought a Sony stereo a couple ago, so there you go. Sony's in the music business. They have their movie studios. They have a lot of other stuff. Microsoft, it's Microsoft. They made Windows. It's a big company. They don't need to be necessarily successful in the video game industry to make a profit. They already make a profit on Windows PCs and all that stuff, their software, all that software they made, Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, all that type of stuff, Bill Gates got it down. Bill Gates is the man. So Sony and Microsoft have things to fall back on. They don't have to worry about being a failure with their video game consoles. Nintendo, on the other hand, is just primarily a video game console company. Now, I kind of see why. If you guys remember, Satoru Iwata, may he rest in peace, great guy, great CEO, I guess. He was talking about a new Vitality health sensor for the Nintendo Wii U, I believe, or just a new Nintendo product. A Vitality health sensor definitely was going more into the healthcare business side of the Nintendo lineup. Now, it didn't make any sense from our perspective why Nintendo wants to do this. It still don't make sense to me. Nintendo really, I don't understand why they would want to get into the healthcare market. It doesn't make any sense. Would I think they would do good? Well, if I want to be very cynical about it, some of the older generation of Nintendo, the elderly Nintendo fans, I think if they see a Nintendo branded, X Vitality Center, they're probably going to buy it just because of the mushy feelings they have for it. That's just my very cruel outlook on that. But yeah, so Nintendo, it's not the first time they're trying to branch out to other things to get more revenue from the Vitality sensor. It didn't come out though. It was scrapped from what I can tell ever since the new boss came in. I think his name's Kishima, I think. I'm not sure. I think the new boss scrapped it. Who knows? Maybe we'll see that coming in the future as a new medical device, a full-fledged medical device. But yeah, the Vitality sensor was them trying to get into another area that they wanted to, cash in on. So the Amiibo and the Wii Fit and the LABO is kind of bringing in Nintendo revenue that they need. The LABO is going to bring a lot of money in, from what I can tell. If you guys remember our good old friend Michael Pachter, or Patcher, whatever way you want to announce his name or pronounce it, doesn't really matter, does it? Michael Pachter, he's kind of the evil amongst the Nintendo community, right? You don't know who Michael Pachter is. He's an analyst, which doesn't really like Nintendo. He really hammered them hard with the Wii U. He was kind of right on that, though. The Wii U was kind of a failure. He said a couple years ago that Nintendo could make cardboard and put their name on it, and people would buy it in masses. Well, look what's happened now. Nintendo has put their name on cardboard, and now people are hyped up for it, and they want to go buy it in masses. Pachter, my boy, you may have a point. But yeah, LABO, Nintendo side hustle, bringing in more money. Nothing wrong with that. Plus, Nintendo needs all the money they can get. So to summarize the whole thing, we talked about the LABO being a side hustle for Nintendo. We talked about how much it would cost to replace a single creation that you can make, the cardboard creation, the Joy creation, I think they're called. We also talked about how the software doesn't seem to be worth necessarily $60. That's just my opinion. I think it's like a 1-2 switch debacle. It's more of a glorified tech demo. Don't think it's worth $60, maybe $40. We also talked about the cardboard construction, how we should have made it a little bit more stronger, maybe fused it with a plastic to reinforce it. We also talked about that, and then we got into the whole eco-friendly debate. And to bring it up all together, I'm going to talk about the possibility of cheaper LABO kits. Yeah, you heard it here first, guys. LABO kits. Now, we all know originally right now, Nintendo is the only people allowed right now. I don't know if they have like a patent or like a copyright on the whole LABO thing to make these creation kits. We could be seeing third parties getting into this whole creation kit craze if it does really well, which I do believe it will be. I think LABO will be selling well. Regardless of all the negatives I pointed out and my concerns, I think it's going to be a smash success for Nintendo. We could see third parties making cheaper LABO kits, like, let's say, Nintendo's robot kit. There could be a competitor robot kit from Nyko or some other company. I don't know who the hell would get into this. But the competitor kit could be substantially cheaper, like, I don't know, maybe not $80. Let's take the robot kit, okay? The robot kit's $80. The competitor's robot kit could be priced at around $50, $49.99. Yeah, I mean, it's still kind of a lot of money for cardboard essentially, but it's a hell of a lot cheaper than the $80 robot kit. And it goes with the same thing that's always been around in gaming. Third-party controllers and third-party products have always undercutted the mainstay first-party products. They're cheaper, but quality usually suffers, and that's why they're a little cheaper. But we could be seeing third-party kits on their way if there is no legal issue there, which there probably will be, knowing Nintendo. So they're probably gonna have a monopoly on this whole cardboard thing. But we could also go to the open source route where people could be making open source cardboard kits, and you can just download the specs offline and print them out, but not sure you can print out cardboard yet. So that might be a problem. Or people will print out schematics on how to make certain Nintendo Labo products. So that way you don't have to go pay the $80 for the whole kit. I think there's gonna be a little like a cult following for the Labo thing. Just making kits more readily available, people sharing kits online, plans online via Google Drive or the forums and stuff like that. In order to make kits replaceable, or in order to make temporary kits. Anyways, everybody, that's all we have on today for the Nintendo Labo. I do think it's going to be a success. Very interested to see how well it's going to sell. And I'm more interested to see on the whole replacement side of things, like I brought up earlier. How are they going to replace these little creation kits, these little creations themselves, like the piano or the fishing rod? Individual creations must be sold. I don't think this is a suggestion. I think this is a demand from the consumer. They must be sold individually as well in order to get replacements. Or Nintendo, you should be taking orders for replacements. That would be good too. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you disagree with any of the points in today's video, I'd like to hear why. Put them in the comment section down below. We can talk about Labo, get into a little fight here and there, have some fun, eat some pizza. If you do agree with me, then okay, good for you. If you like the video, don't forget to like. If you want to subscribe for more content like this, then go ahead. It helps out the channel, because the road to 1K is not an easy road, I'll tell you that much. I'll be leaving my other video suggestion on the end card so you can see what I was talking about with the whole 1-2 switch thing. I'll leave that in there right there. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.